What's up?
Just really quick, I caved and I got Peacock, Discovery Plus, and Paramount Plus
Oh, nice.
to see what's going on.
Nice. Tell me how that new iCarly is when it comes out.
It hasn't popped up yet.
No, it's not out. They're still making it.
And Rugrats hasn't been out yet either. So I'm not impressed with Paramount Plus, and I'm not impressed with Peacock, but I do like the fact that Discovery Plus has like true crime and like Food Network and it has so many things that I'm surprised that like.
I
thought Disney Plus had Discovery.
Yeah.
Me too.
Do they have National?
They
No,
have
they
National
have
Geographic?
National Geographic.
Got it,
This
okay.
one has like
I was in the same boat.
Travel Channel and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and the Food Network is also on Discovery. For some
which
reason.
is.
Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome back to Thunder and Lightning's Gaming News Podcast. I'm Thunder.
And I wish we didn't name it that.
And I'm Monsoon.
That second voice you heard, don't be alarmed, it was just Lightning. This one is about video games.
In case you didn't guess.
Chris,
Yes.
did you do any video game stuff this week? If the answer is no.
What was our last stream?
Our last stream was
Mario
Kart.
Kart. Sounded like the Russian Kermit from the second new movie. Muppets Most Wanted.
I've not seen that. My apologies.
He calls him Kermit.
Yeah, Muppets
You haven't
Most.
seen Muppets Most Wanted?
I haven't seen the Muppets the reboot.
Son of a bitch. They're good. I like them. That's not a video game
Nah.
that we're talking about. I'd love a Muppets video game.
There's a couple, but I don't think any of them are that good.
Yeah.
You know, baby game licensed platformer garbage from the SNES, I'm sure.
Yeah, some dumb garbage.
Because I know there's a lot of Sesame Street games, but I don't know if I've ever played or seen footage of a Muppets game.
I would love an open world Muppets game. I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you do.
Huh?
What would the world be?
They've done enough shit where Hollywood. It would be Hollywood. They live in the real world.
Yeah, no, you're right. It would be kind of like an Animaniac situation, probably.
GTA, but Muppets. That could be a segment for this podcast. What if we made up our own video?
But it's
no,
Muppet.
What if we made up our own video game on this podcast?
We could do that. We could manufacture that. We could make it prompt based. That'd be fun.
Open world Avatar Last Airbender game, but you get to be the Avatar.
Don't waste them all in this episode.
Someone is making an Avatar Last Airbender game in Dreams. They're like actually doing it. Yeah, they've been at it for a couple, like almost a year now.
Wow.
But I had a lot of fun with Mario Kart.
You're watching Avatar on your phone right now?
No, it's like this cat thing that my friend put up, but I'm gonna watch it later.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm gonna watch Avatar later.
But both that and the show.
I had a lot of fun with Mario Kart. I think we got dicked around online, but
I mean, I feel like yes. But do you agree? I feel like we held our own.
Yeah, we did okay.
Come watch us stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every Sunday live at 5.
And
I think we can officially say every Wednesday. You haven't done a Thursday in a while. I think we can stamp in the books you stream Wednesdays at 5.
Okay. If you want. I
mean it's up to you. It's your time slot. You don't have to be held to that. There can always be a weird week, but you've been pretty consistent on Wednesdays.
Well, I've been busy on Thursdays lately, and I'm busy on Thursday this week too. So it will be a Wednesday stream.
Yeah.
But if you roll up on Wednesday and I'm not there, then I will definitely be there the following day.
Yeah.
Yes. Was that all you had to say?
Yeah, Mario Kart was fun.
Today
we'll be streaming Luigi's Mansion. I'm excited. I think we might be able to finish.
Cool.
Today?
We only have a couple floors left to do. If we went hard, if we did like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour stream, I feel like we could do it.
I don't think we're as close as you think we are. I don't think this is the stream that we're gonna beat it.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, we'll see.
Because we did just start what the internet and myself has deemed the worst and hardest level.
Oh.
We just started it?
Yeah, we just got to the basement, which is
no spoilers.
No spoilers. We just got to the basement.
Oh, okay.
It's just agreed upon that it's the worst programmed and hardest level.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, enjoy that, me. How was your week in video games?
Me.
Yes, and then you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been good. I've been playing a lot of Hitman 2. I know Hitman 3 just came out. But because Hitman 3 came out, Hitman 2 was on sale, so I bought it. So I've been playing that one. And Hitman 2 has most of the levels from Hitman 1 if you buy the Legacy Edition. And it's really, really fun, and I like it a lot. I played Hitman 1 a little bit a couple years ago. And Hitman 2 has, like, it's basically the same exact game, except with new maps and stuff. But it's just got, mechanic tweaks, tiny little ones that, like, make a big difference. Like, for example, every time you kill someone and leave their body hanging out and someone finds it, you get a little heads-up display of, like, a image of where the body is. So if you can, like, recognize where it is, you're like, oh, okay, that's the body they found. It's a game where you kill people. And the maps are huge, right? And the way it works is you get a target or two, and you know where they are at all times because they show up on the map as red. Other than that, if you use, like, eagle vision or whatever you call it, the thing that's in every video game where, like, the screen goes gray and you can, like, see items and stuff, you can really only do that in the, like, general area that you're in. Basically, a rule of thumb is, like, if it's behind two walls, you won't be able to see it, but you might be able to see it if it's behind a wall.
Okay.
But essentially what I've been doing is I've just been trying to get all the sniper rifles because I love sniper rifles, and the Hitman sniper rifles are pretty good. And there's this one, I wanted to talk about one level in particular because it's absolutely nuts how this level works because it doesn't work like any other level. So you're in a hospital, a fictional hospital, and it's like this crazy elaborate Japanese-based like treatment facility / spa and like exercise area, and there's no key cards. The whole building is run on an AI.
Okay.
The surgery is done by an AI. All the security is done by an AI. And basically all the outfits have symbols on them. And the AI, like, pinpoints what your symbol is and unlocks doors based on that. So it's got a really... Most levels are like, you can't go here unless you're dressed as a cop, so find a cop and take his clothes, and now you can go in here. But if the head cop sees you, he'll recognize your face, and he knows you're not a cop. But this one has a really strict set of rules of, like it's never been so, like, mapped out before. It's like they took Hitman's mechanics and they, like, stripped it of all its nuances, but in doing so, they made, like, a super hard level. And essentially your goal is there's one woman who's easy to kill, and then the other person you're trying to kill is literally undergoing surgery right now.
Oh, wow.
So you basically have to kill him, like, make it look like an accident, or you will get caught. And you also, like, to get close to him, you have to, like, basically be dressed as the head of surgery. And all the people who are currently working on him will recognize you. It's really tough.
Wow.
And it's a really good level. It's not like a beginner level. I'm not like, if you haven't played Hitman, play this one.
Oh, God.
Because it is the last level of Hitman 1. And I played a shit ton of it because I was trying to get a sniper rifle so I could do... I was trying to get a sniper rifle, right? And I had to do all these sniper rifle missions in a different map. But the sniper rifle you get when you basically 100% the hospital level was a really good sniper rifle. So I was trying to do that one so I could do these other ones. So basically I was trying to get good sniper rifle so I could get what ended up being pretty okay sniper rifle. But then there was, like, a bonus mission that had, like, the best sniper rifle in the game hands down. That was, like, I got in one afternoon, and I, like, totally didn't know about it.
Okay. Jeez.
So I played
a lot of Hitman.
I played the hospital level a lot. And I didn't have to, but it was fun.
That does sound like a really, like, complicated but, like, interesting level.
Yeah, their tagline is make the world your weapon or something like that. And I think that's an incredible tagline because that tells you literally everything you need to know about this game.
Right.
Because, like, literally every mission is like, kill this person. How are you going to do it? I don't know. You figure it out. And the way you end up doing it is, like, you have to steal the screwdriver that's here, and then you have
Mhm.
to disguise yourself as this person just so you can get into this part of this building, so you can ultimately disguise yourself as this person.
And like you're an assassin, so you can't just go at them with like a gun. And,
Right, yeah, you could, but you'll get shot and killed probably.
Right.
Because you have like realistic health. I've noticed that if you're wearing like a shirt and tie, you take like 3 bullets and you're dead. But if you're wearing like a cop uniform, you take a couple more
Mhm.
hits. And they don't really explain that. It's just something I noticed, which was cool. The most fun part about Hitman is the escalation missions. And the way they work is
Oh yeah, you
essentially-
told me about them. Yeah.
Have
Oh,
I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
talked about it in
essentially, the
the
way they work
podcast.
is it's 5 levels, and level 1 is like kill this dude, do it however you want, and then level 2 might be like kill this dude, but you have to use a survival knife, and we're not going to tell you where it is.
Mhm.
And then by the time you get to level 5, it's like kill this dude, survival knife. You have to be dressed as his dad, and you also have to kill 3 guys, but you have to do them in this order. And there's more security cameras.
And you have a time limit.
And you
something
have
like that.
the fucked up part about the time limits is that it's never like you have 10 minutes to do this mission. Whenever they implement time limits, it's like you have to kill this person and then kill another target within 30 seconds. And then you have to do like 4 times.
Oh
And
god.
it's so hard and it's so much fun. And if I can talk about one thing real quick in the news, just because it's
Mhm.
a good segue. The people who make Hitman, IOI Interactive, are done with Hitman for now. The trilogy they made was kind of what they wanted to do. They're making a licensed 007 game.
Oh, wow.
And they said they've already confirmed that they're not using an actor's likeness. Like
Mhm.
they're not using Craig or
Yeah.
anyone like that. They're
Bronson.
going to like do an original design for James Bond. So I'm super excited. Literally,
Nice.
if the game is just 007, but it's this Hitman game,
Maybe you can
I'll
like
play the hell out of
maybe
it.
you can personalize the avatar for the 07.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of
That
not
would
their
be cool.
that's kind of not their thing, but like neither is making a licensed 007 game.
Right.
So who knows? That'd be really cool.
I've played a similar game to Hitman.
Yeah.
It's called Sneak King,
Oh yeah.
and
Tell me about this game.
it's really fun. Well, so you're the Burger King mascot,
Oh, God.
otherwise known as the King,
Yes.
and your job is to go around giving people Burger King trademarked products,
I'd
but
say-
you have to sneak up on them
Yeah.
to give them these
And
products.
sneak.
Yeah. I'd
And
say
you are the king, and you are sneaking. You are Sneak King.
hence the poetical name Sneak King.
Yes.
Yes. The mechanics baked into a good title.
The
We'll have
mechanics
the
baked.
Okay,
'Cause
Pauline,
food.
how was your week in video games?
Still playing Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Yes.
Quick background: there are 4 corrupted heroes from Greek mythology that have been
Yes.
corrupted by Typhon. It's Odysseus, Atalanta, Heracles, and Achilles. And what happens in the game is like if you like continue to like beat dungeons and like enemies and like clear missions and that kind of stuff, Typhon will actually send, depending on the area where you're at, Typhon will send a wraith version of that corrupted hero after you.
Okay.
And if you beat the wraith version of that hero, then the wraith layer will appear. And if you go to the wraith layer and defeat the hero that's been corrupted, then the wraith won't chase you anymore. And also you get like this token. And if you get all 4 tokens, then you can get like a like the strongest armor in the game essentially. And I just got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
essentially like your power ups, like your these like godly powers that you have are upgraded whenever you wear the armor, and it looks pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So I just got that.
You just said something that like speaking of like coming up with games.
Yeah.
You know how this is not what you said at all, but something you said like made me think of this. You know how sometimes in Mario games there'll be a bonus level where there's like a shadow Mario that's following you, but
Right.
he's not following you. He's like mimicking your actions. and
Yeah.
if you slow down, you'll get hit by him. They should make a version of Breath of the Wild that's that, but the whole
Oh,
game.
I would hate that. Oh my god, too much pressure.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Oh gosh. Anyway, I'm like kind of almost at the last level or like the last mission of that game.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
just-
say you should probably be pretty far. By
Yeah,
now.
I've rescued all 4 of the gods featured there. And right now I'm just like kind of like stalling just because there's still a lot of like missions that I haven't
Yeah.
fulfilled yet. That I could get some pretty awesome stuff. But yeah, and I haven't even touched the DLC yet to that game. So
Oh, is there already DLC out?
there's 2. There's like the first DLC is like a story that takes place right after the events of the main game,
Yeah.
and then the second one is actually the Chinese mythology one.
Right, that's right. But that one's not out yet, right?
It's out now.
Oh,
it just
cool.
came out.
Dude,
I was
that was a quick DLC cycle.
I was kind of surprised where like I watched the trailer for it. The world of Phoenix and the world of the Chinese mythology actually don't collide, which I was expecting it to. It just like the Chinese mythology is like a whole different story,
Oh,
which
okay.
uses the same mechanics as the main game, but like I'm still gonna play it. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah. Totally. No,
so-
it sounds really cool.
yeah, I would definitely recommend playing it. If I mean, obviously, like Breath of the Wild is like an awesome
Yeah,
game. But,
it's definitely like, what should I buy it for?
I would just if you're like a Greek mythology fan, and like I would.
No, sorry. I mean,
Oh.
should I buy it for PS4 or Switch?
I'm putting it on Switch just because of it was like
do
just
you,
right
do
there.
you feel like the Switch version is lacking in, like the graphical or the frame rate department?
Sometimes like the movements can be like quirky, and but also I felt that way about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and like the same people who made this game, and
Oh,
I
okay.
played the Assassin's Creed game on PS4, so I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. But
Okay.
then you say that your family has that game on like all the systems in your house.
My dad has it for PS4 and Switch, but both digital, and my brother has it on Xbox physical, but I don't have an Xbox.
I've been getting my games digital, so I would try the PS4 and the Switch and see which one you like better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
What else? I've been practicing my Oberdin speedrun.
Oh, nice. Yeah, how's it going?
I've shaved off a lot of time just
That's
by
good.
like looking up like tricks and stuff like that online.
That's awesome.
I got it down to like
I can only imagine this game isn't one with a lot of like tricky movement.
oh yeah, it's a lot of waiting, which is like obviously
Yeah.
you guys played the game, so like like how
you
much
can't
time.
skip through
Yeah.
them the first time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
So you have to watch them all.
You have to watch.
watch.
Yeah, you have to watch them all, and you have to like wait until like the screen like fades to that black screen, and then the book pops up.
Excuse me.
Okay. So I think it's just a matter of like me like speed running through like where each body is
Yeah.
located.
Optimizing a path
Yeah, optimizing
through
a path, and
the,
also like optimizing
through
how
the
to
ship.
optimizing a path, and also how figuring out the best way to fill out the book, because even filling out the book takes time. Because each time you
Oh,
get like
right.
three fates right, it takes time to like go.
Right. Yeah.
So that's been interesting. I got it down to like I ran through it like a third time, and I tried to like minimize the amount of like interruptions I had, but like
yeah.
I had to like wash dishes and that kind of stuff. So I got it down to like 2 hours, 15 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
So I'm still like
That's in the ballpark.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to like
Is this
perfect
your
it.
first foray into the realm of speedrunning?
yeah.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
For this when it inevitably comes to a head.
Can
Yeah.
we officially say we'll do that after Luigi's Mansion? Do
I
you
think-
think you'll be ready by
I think
then?
I definitely will be, especially
Okay.
like this is like if we're not going to be able to beat Luigi's Mansion this week.
Mm.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it.
News time?
News time.
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, sure.
I know this is the gaming podcast.
Yeah.
Is that also open to tabletop and card games?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Why? What's up?
I just figured maybe we could, whenever we play D&D, we could have a little section where we talk about our adventure of playing D&D.
Okay. Yeah.
So, to
Sure.
get things started, we have a 5-person game.
Yep.
Me, Pauline, our friend Kelsey, who's currently on this channel a bit, all, and my mom,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
all have characters in Thunder, aka Anthony's
That's me.
story.
Yeah, I'm the DM.
Yeah.
He is the DM.
I was watching a video about DMing last night. I am such. This is not me tooting my own horn at all. This is just me saying a fact. I'm such a lax DM.
Oh yeah.
There's certain parts of this game that I just don't give a shit about.
like whenever you cast a spell, we have to like
whenever
burn
you
sage.
whenever it's like, I want to use invisible person, and it's like, all right, have you burnt sage for the last half hour? Well, then fuck right off. You can't make invisible person.
Or like
It's like-
even the dice rolls too. Like if we drop the dice accidentally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't. I just want. I'm also like I think I reveal more than the average.
Oh yeah.
Like I was thinking about a specific moment where you guys were struggling to figure out how to do a room, and you were like, you figured it out, and you were basically like, that couldn't have possibly been the way to do it. And when I
right.
should have said
Yeah.
nothing because I'm the DM, but what I did say was, no, you did it right.
Yeah.
And like, there's no harm in me saying that, but I probably shouldn't have, but I don't
Right.
care. I like to
Right.
be transparent. I like people to know that I'm not as a DM. And it's not just me saying this. A lot of people have said this. If your goal is like, how am I gonna kill him this time? You're a bad DM.
Yeah.
And I try to not only not do that, but make it very clear that I'm not doing
Well,
that.
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think you have to be non-biased. If you kill somebody, you kill somebody. Doesn't
Right.
mean you failed.
right. Yeah.
It just means somebody died.
No, it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Going off of that, so people are aware, there's a beef. There's a beef within our group.
Okay, so last session they
Not
fought.
the last session, the session before last session. Are you gonna? Oh, I thought you were giving the story of how this started.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, the last session you guys fought a beholder.
Yeah. Before
Yes.
the session we currently did.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was a tough fight, but it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to modify the beholder's stats. I wanted to see if they could take them on as the monster manual has it. And they did a good job. I think it was a pretty interesting fight. Chris's mom, who I won't name because she didn't ask to be named, died. Not
Yeah.
fully.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
She was
I-
mostly
dying.
dead. Yeah, she was
There's
dying.
dying, and
Yeah.
then there's dead. If you're dead, you could take a bus home. But if you're dying, you know, not to get too specific, but you can not do that. There's
yeah,
ways
there's
to
saving
Yeah.
throws
there's
and
ways
such.
to save yourself. And that's the first time that's happened. I
To
think.
anybody. And you and I have been in 2 groups.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the first time that's happened.
And you know, as a DM, as an unbiased, non-partial DM, if it was going to happen, it was going to be a beholder or a dragon, and it was a
Mhm.
beholder. You know,
Yep.
you've already fought a dragon. You did a really good job about that. That was kind of early on, and that was another time where I was like, no, I refuse to lower this thing's HP or its AC or whatever. I want to see if they can do it, and you did.
Yeah.
But the beholder, because the beholder's kind of broken, took one of you guys out, but you ultimately won. So
And
cut
we
to-
did save the
Yeah.
person.
Yes.
Saving throws didn't matter because
We have
Pauline and
revived
Kelsey.
spells and
Yeah,
stuff.
fire
Yeah.
spells.
Cut to this campaign, and Chris's mom is on edge. Let's just say, doesn't want to die. Also, doesn't want to find another beholder, and it quickly became a running joke that there was a beholder around every corner and in every treasure chest.
It was a joke until it wasn't a joke because
yeah.
then we fought skeleton.
Oh, no,
Something we
she
we
fought-
should have been able to knock over.
Uh-huh.
She
No,
fought.
before that
Oh.
one, before the single one, our very first
encounter.
encounter
Right.
in this session. We
When Chris
fought,
says skeleton, he means skeleton, a
Yeah.
13 HP skeleton.
yeah, a very easy enemy. Brought her down.
As I said in the while we were playing, if it was a video game, definitely a mash A enemy.
Yeah. Brought her down to 10 hit points.
Which is still a lot.
And we all
As
got
far
a
as that
little
skeleton's-
concerned.
As far as that skeleton's concerned, she's still 2 hits away from death.
And the laughing ceased. And then we were all like, oh no, it's going to happen. So now just any chump who walks up on the street, she's got to up her game.
Wow.
But in
This
the
is a call out post.
in the same breath, she blames it all on Anthony.
I mean, yeah. I mean, who else are you gonna blame?
Yeah. Well, the dice.
True. Yeah.
But no, you control the dice rolls.
Yeah.
You control the dice. You control everything. And it's your fault.
Oh, yes. You're right. Yes.
You want her to die.
I do that part. No, I'll agree with everything you said up until that part. News.
News.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has been delayed indefinitely.
Uh-oh.
So this video game was supposed to come out alongside the release of Rise of Skywalker, and it got
Oh.
delayed, and which was like a full year ago, year and
Oh.
a couple months ago. And it just keeps getting delayed. This time they delayed it with no release date. Which, two thoughts real quick. One, you know that I'm always first supporting the developers when they're like, game's not ready, we've got to delay it. I'm
Yeah.
like, sure, make the game as good as you can. This game, 7/9 of this game already existed.
Right.
Right.
So I don't know what they're delaying. I don't know why they're delaying.
Do you think they're trying to change up the story of it
Either
to make it
no,
more consistent?
I mean, the only thing that makes sense is that they rebuilt these games from the bottom up.
Right.
Which
right.
even if you do that, you don't technically do that. You know, even if you remake the old game entirely, as long as you didn't lose the assets to the original, you still have the new Spyro games are like that. If you go into the code of the new Spyro games, you can find the old Spyro games. You know, they're like literally there. That's how I don't know. It's interesting, how long it's taking. But
Well, now it sounds like they're just stopping. Sounds like it's just not gonna happen.
no, I mean it's gonna happen. They just don't know when.
Okay.
Maybe it's like in development hell right now or something. I
No,
don't know.
definitely. I don't know. I wonder if the, not commercial. What's the other one? Not commercial because that's how much money they made. When a movie, there's commercial and there's critical.
Yeah.
The critical failure that Rise of Skywalker was. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
I would expect it
Yeah.
to be.
Speaking of delays, the Resident Evil reboot movie has been delayed, but only a little, from September to November. So I feel like that's probably for special effects pickup.
Yeah.
If I know anything about.
Is it about the stupid movies or is it about the game this time?
No. It's a new cast reboot series. They said that this first movie is going to be the first 2 games. So
Wow.
the game that you and I played, that was 2. That storyline is going on almost concurrently with Resident Evil 1, a game that you and I have not played yet.
Yeah.
So I think they're just going to tell both games.
Wow.
And if the characters don't meet up at the end, then that's fine because they're not supposed to.
So
You know?
yeah. So we're done with Hollywood's awful Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, we're done with the Paul W.S. Anderson, I think that's his name, and his wife Mila Jovovich. Those ones are done.
Okay.
This is a new. There's actually 2 Resident Evil movies on the way. One of them's a cartoon that's bringing back the RE2 voice actors, which is exciting. But this one's a new live-action thing that I think they're doing for Netflix, and they got the guy who plays Luther on Umbrella Academy to play Wesker, and I'm really excited about that.
Cool.
So E3 is going to happen.
Wow.
It's going to be all digital.
That
That's
makes sense.
yeah. I
Which,
was gonna say.
Yes, yeah. Which, why didn't you? I guess they
Why
probably
didn't you
weren't.
do that last year?
They weren't prepared. You know,
that's fair.
Nintendo, sure. I don't know why Nintendo didn't hold their normal press conference at a normal time. I don't know why we got Steve in September. But everyone else wasn't ready to go full digital for this press conference.
Yeah.
But now we have Nintendo Direct. We have Sony Play or whatever it's called. We just had a Square Enix Direct or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like everyone's fully well, if we're gonna do digital, we're gonna do digital.
Yeah.
Right.
PAX East, however, is not happening. They've officially canceled it. They were gonna reschedule it to summer, but they just went ahead and they just canceled it. They said that PAX West and PAX Prime are still up in the air, but as far as live event PAX East 2021 is concerned, that is not happening.
Okay.
They said that PAX East 2022 will most likely definitely happen.
Yeah.
Because by
Hopefully.
then it'll be March of 2022.
And everybody hopefully will get vaccinated.
Hopefully, you'd hope, right?
Hopefully.
Although my parents were telling me that the vaccine is not permanent, which is not what a vaccine is. So
No, I mean, well, like the flu shot. You gotta
yeah.
get the flu shot every year.
I'm
that's not a vaccine, though. Vaccine implies you take it once, like the polio vaccine, you know?
I'm still not sure if it's gonna. I haven't heard of
Yeah.
news whether or not it's gonna be one time where we're gonna have to take it every year like the flu shot.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, I'm sure the science is up in the air. That was the first time I heard about that, and I was
Right.
like, well, what is that? Then don't call it a vaccine, maybe. And then there's another, Tetris 99.
Yes. Pac-Man.
There's a new one, and it's Pac-Man. It's already out because they always announce those the day that they're released. So there was Tetris 99, and then there was Mario 35, which you actually can't play anymore because we're past the Mario Death Day. But this new one is Pac-Man, and they took a bit of a weird new approach where the game is free, but only one game mode, and if you want the other game mode, you have to pay the other, like, the rest of the game, essentially. It's $30, which, like, there is the free version, and the mode that's free is probably the version that everyone's going to play anyways.
Yeah.
And it's $30 for the bundle. The $30 is, like, you get the whole package, but there are individual prices for everything else. But I thought that was weird. Tetris 99 had, like, it's free, and then months later they did, like, paid DLC that you didn't need to get if you didn't want to. I played Pac-Man 99. I don't like it as much as Tetris 99. Tetris 99, once you start playing it, you're like, oh, I get it. This kind of makes sense. But Pac-Man's a really hectic game.
Yeah.
And Pac-Man can exist in multiplayer. I don't know if either of you have played. It's arcade only, so you'd have to have done it at a Dave & Buster's or something. But there's something called Pac-Man Battle Royale, where it's like a big table, and it's like you and 3 others, and you're all Pac-Man on the same board. That's really good. This, I don't know about this one. I played it a bit. I played it a couple times. Haven't gotten far. I didn't get very far the first time because they quite literally didn't explain how it worked to me. I guess I was supposed to have watched the trailer, which I did, but I ran into a thing that killed me. I was like, I don't know what that was, and I thought I could.
Was it
eat
like a ghost or something like that?
No, it was like if you eat a ghost, you send a Pac-Man to other people's, but those ones just make you move slower. But this was like a red Pac-Man that I guess I wasn't allowed to move through, but I did, so I lost. So
That's
I don't know. It's weird. I think it needs a little refining. I'm curious about the other game modes. Don't know if I'll ever play them though, because they cost money. But that's all I had. Did you? Either of you have any gaming news?
Yeah.
I think Pauline might.
Do you guys remember Neopets?
Yes, I do.
Well, it might be they're considering bringing it to the Switch.
Which one of it?
It just says the Neopets team. And they also said if you try to reactivate your old account, you're going to be very, very sad.
Oh, okay. Because I know there was a Neopets website, but there was a Neopets video game called The Darkest Fairy, and it's bad.
I think
it's not a good game.
I think it's going to be like the Neopets online universe.
But on Switch?
I
guess
so.
That might be exciting. That might work really well, actually.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever remember a game that I've been dying for them to bring back because I really wanted to play it as a kid called Toontown?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was the Disney MMO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I never got into it.
I remember
because you had to pay for it.
Yeah. I remember
that's what there was like very little you could do without paying.
Right. I remember the commercials being really annoying, and also not. The fuck was that? Was that outside?
No, that was outside.
Oh, okay. I remember not having a great internet when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I feel like I wouldn't have been able to. I've also never really gotten into. The only MMO I ever got into was Lord of the Rings Online. And even that one, I got into it when it was like super, like no one plays it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, cut to 2021. There's no more ways to play that game. But that was cool because it was based off the books and not the movies.
Okay.
But yeah, there's been a couple like children MMOs.
There was I used to play this one called Fusion Fall, which was like in the Cartoon Network universe.
That one was so fucking cool.
It was really.
I forgot about Fusion Fall. I did play that a bit. It didn't work.
Yeah.
It was poorly programmed and it was a bad game, but it was a cool concept.
It was a really cool concept. Like you couldn't get anywhere unless like I remember like the first time I ever played it. It was on my my dad's like really old laptop, and like it kept freezing, and I was like, I'm never gonna be able to play this, and like you couldn't go past like the tutorial level unless you paid. But then like you cut to years later, they made the entire game free.
That's when I tuned in. It was still pretty bad. Pretty poorly programmed.
And then like of course it shut down in like 2012.
MMOs are like
hit or miss.
You have to. Well, I bring it back to the Toontown discussion, and if they were to bring it back, it's so difficult to like. You have to keep an MMO live.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you don't want to do that because your player base is too small, then to justify the cost of keeping it live, then sorry,
Right.
Oh, you good?
Yep. Mic down. Sorry. We are back.
Was Toontown popular?
I remember there being a lot of people on there.
Do you think that if they reopened Toontown, not even a remake, they were just like Toontown's back. Obviously, big initial surge of like, I used to play that, I'll log back in. But do you think it would last without any?
Oh no, you'd need more game. You'd need a new game, I think.
Was it like Neopets and like Adventure Quest World, where it was like kind of like the grinding per se was like mini game based?
Honestly, I remember it being more like Animal Crossing a bit.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because you get your own house.
Yeah.
I remember. And I don't remember too much about the game.
Yeah.
Just remember really liking it.
I remember there was like a 10, 15... Remember Disney Channel used to do those like... I forget what they were called, but they had like a team of people. They were like the commercial group. And like sometimes they would like do things to promote things. Like...
I don't know.
I forget what they were called, but they were like a group of teens. And it was like... Because Disney Channel does their own commercials, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was like an extended commercial. It was like 3.5 minutes long. It's like, for this commercial break, you're going to watch a mini episode of these people do this thing. And it's like, I don't know, fucking Princess and the Frog come in the theaters. And to do that, to promote that, we went here and did this thing.
Disney 365? Is that it?
Maybe. That definitely sounds familiar.
Or 411 or something like
I
that?
think you and I are thinking of the same thing. They did an expose on Toontown, and I remember it looking cool, but never playing it. MMOs were kind of the Wild West of gaming, where I was just like, I don't know. I'm not going to do those, you know?
Yeah.
But because of, not out of interest, out of limitation.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I mean, I was very limited. The reason I don't remember a lot of that game is because a lot of it was behind a paywall.
Yeah, you had the free version, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough to make one of those games for children.
Yeah.
Because children don't have money.
I remember
Right.
They have to get their... There's a big difference between mommy, buy me the new Mario game, and then she buys it,
and then it's just
and then you have it, or mommy, let me use your credit card, and you're gonna get charged $5.99 a month, and I'll tell you when I stop having fun, and you're gonna nag me every day like, do you play that fucking game I'm paying for?
I remember I used to play this game called Webkins, where it was like
Yeah, I remember that.
you buy
Didn't that have like a physical
so
aspect to it?
you buy a stuffed animal and it's really cute.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
remember
Yeah,
that.
and then it has a code that you can transfer that animal into in-game and then use that one to like play throughout the world and that kind of stuff. I remember like one day, like for my birthday, one of my friends got me a Dalmatian. I was super happy
Nice.
about it, and I think like that had like a year, and then the code expired, and then you couldn't play
Yeah.
anymore, which was strange. But I think in that kind of aspect, that was like how you did it to like lure kids into like playing the MMO,
Yeah.
as opposed to like what you just said.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's tough. It's a tough market, and it's one that I think died in the early 2010s because
Yeah.
it's really hard to do. I don't think there is there a child MMO going on right now?
The club,
I don't know.
all I can remember is like Club Penguin being like the biggest one, and then that.
No, I mean like now. Is
Yeah,
there
no,
any-
but like that was like that's what I mean. Like Club Penguin was like the longest, like what I heard like kept existing until like a couple years ago when they decided.
Yeah,
to, like,
that's done now though, right?
Yeah, they stopped and like on the last day that the servers were live, all the players like essentially just tilted the iceberg.
Damn.
Yeah.
There used to be people would like speed run getting banned on Club Penguin
Wow.
because all you had to like get into a chat and say hell and then you get banned. Okay, let's wrap up because it's time to wrap up. So releases like usual.
Mhm.
March 30th saw the release of every single Kingdom Hearts game is on PC now.
Woo.
So
Nice.
even the new music one.
Nice.
March 31st saw the release of Binding of Isaac Rep Intense. Binding of Isaac came out in like 2006, and then there was a remake in like 2011 called Rebirth, and then Rebirth continued to come out until March 31st, 2021, when they just released the last DLC pack, and it added like 200 new items, and I'll never 100% that game. April 1st, Outriders came out. Still don't know what it is, but I feel like I should say it out loud. So there it is. April 6th, we're going to see the release, or we did see the release of Oddworld Soulstorm, which is the new like Crash 4 version of the Oddworld series. So I know a lot of people are excited about that. April 6th also saw the release of Star Wars Republic Commando, which is, I believe, an Xbox game. But it's coming back for Switch and stuff. And then April 7th was Pac-Man 99, and we already talked about that. And that one's free, but only some of it. And I think that'll do it for us. Does anyone have anything else they wanted to say before we wrap up?
Video games continue to be fun.
Video games are fun. Join us next time where we discuss about more video games.
Yes.
But yeah, that'll do it for us. And until next time, I've been Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
And I'm Monsoon.
Stay safe, stay clean, and we'll see you next time.
Hi.
Let's keep this brief.
For the month of April, we'll be conducting
Our biggest contest and giveaway yet.
The goal?
Help us reach 200 subscribers on YouTube and 35 followers on Twitch.
Here's what you can get if these goals are met.
Please make sure to follow, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.